1. You will hear a telephone conversation between a customer, Sebastian Sterling, and a senior event coordinator, Freya Kensington, inquiring about hiring a private venue for a corporate anniversary dinner. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 10.
Good morning, the Grandview Heritage Estate and Event Center. Freya Kensington speaking. How may I assist you today?
Good morning, Freya. My name is Sebastian Sterling. I'm calling on behalf of Apex Financial Solutions. We are currently planning our company's 20th anniversary gala dinner for later this year, and several members of our executive board recommended your estate as a potential venue.
Thank you for reaching out, Mr. Sterling. We would be delighted to host your corporate event. Let me open a fresh booking application file on my computer system. First, let me double-check the spelling of your personal contact details. Your surname is Sterling, Sterling, correct? And your first name is Sebastian, Sebastian.
Yes, that is completely correct.
Wonderful. And could you provide a direct telephone number and an official business email address for all future booking correspondence?
Of course. My direct office mobile is 078-224-11903. My email address is s.sterling@apexfinance.com.
Thank you. Now, regarding your intended event date, what specific calendar dates are you looking to secure for the anniversary dinner?
Well, our original management proposal was to host the gala on December 5th. However, after checking our internal schedules, we realized that our regional directors have an annual board summit in London that entire week. We then considered pushing the gala to December 19th, but we felt that was getting way too close to the holiday travel season. So we have officially locked in Friday, December 12th as our confirmed date.
Let me check our master reservation grid for December 12th. Yes, that date is available. What time are you planning to start? And how many guests will be attending in total?
The event will run from 6:30 p.m. until 11:30 p.m. When we sent out the initial preliminary invitation survey to our staff, we estimated roughly 80 attendees. However, after consolidating the final department confirmations yesterday, the actual headcount is firmly locked in at 65 guests.
Noted 65 guests. Now, let me outline our available hall options. We have the Crystal Ballroom and the Conservatory Pavilion.
We will definitely need the Crystal Ballroom because our evening program includes a live 4-piece jazz band and an award ceremony. Does the hall hire fee include AV equipment, such as wireless microphones and a speech podium?
Yes, an integrated sound system, 2 wireless microphones, and an illuminated speech podium are fully included. Now, regarding dining options, we offer a 3-course plated dinner or a luxury hot buffet.
Our committee voted for the 3-course plated dinner. However, we do require specialized dietary catering. 3 of our senior analysts have severe lactose intolerance, so dairy-free menu alternatives are mandatory for all 3 courses.
You can rest assured on that front, Mr. Sterling. Our head chef can easily prepare fully certified dairy-free alternatives for those guests. Now, moving to the financial breakdown. The total hire cost for the Crystal Ballroom plus the 65 plated dinners comes to £2,800. However, because your company is booking during our early bird corporate period, you qualify for a 10% discount, bringing the final total down to £2,520.
That fits well within our corporate budget. How do we secure the reservation?
To lock in the date, we require a non-refundable holding deposit of £400. Standard bookings require payment 30 days prior, but due to heavy December holiday demand, the absolute deadline for your deposit processing is October 28th. You can complete the payment via direct bank transfer or corporate credit card on our online portal.
That brings us to the end of Section 1. You now have some time to check your answers. Section 2. You will hear a community outreach officer, Mr. Rupert Montgomery, giving an introductory briefing to new volunteers at the Greenfield Maritime Museum. First, you have some time to look at questions 11 to 15.
Good evening, everyone, and a warm welcome to all our new volunteer recruits here at the Greenfield Maritime Museum. My name is Rupert Montgomery, and I serve as the Chief Volunteer Coordinator. Tonight, I will walk you through our operational guidelines, volunteer responsibilities, and key facility areas across our historic estate. Let us begin with our daily operating hours and volunteer shift structures. While the main museum galleries open to the general public at 10 a.m. every morning, our morning volunteer shifts begin promptly at 9:15 a.m. to allow time for briefing sessions and safety checks. Afternoon shifts run from 1:30 p.m. until 5:15 p.m. Shortly after the public galleries close at 5 p.m. Regarding parking arrangements, all registered volunteers are entitled to free parking in our official staff lot located behind the main administrative building. However, to avoid receiving automated municipal parking tickets, you must display your laminated volunteer parking pass clearly on your vehicle's dashboard at all times while parked on the estate grounds. For those assigned to visitor interaction duties, official uniform standards apply. You will be provided with a branded navy blue polo shirt and a personalized name badge free of charge. You must wear comfortable, black, closed-toe shoes. Blue denim jeans, sandals, or open-toed footwear are strictly forbidden on the gallery floors for professional presentation and safety reasons. Furthermore, we host a specialized training workshop on the second Tuesday of every month. These sessions cover historical artifact handling, emergency evacuation procedures, and basic first aid. Attendance at these monthly workshops is compulsory for all active volunteers during their first 6 months of service. Finally, a note on staff amenities. All volunteers have access to the private staff lounge located on the second floor. The lounge is equipped with a microwave, refrigerator, free tea and coffee facilities, and personal storage lockers for your coats and bags while you are on shift.
Now, let me familiarize you with the primary exhibit zones and visitor attraction areas located across the museum estate so you can comfortably assist lost visitors. First, the Steam Engine Hall. Located right inside the main historic entrance, this grand hall houses our fully restored 19th century industrial marine engines, complete with working steam demonstrations every weekend afternoon. Next is the Model Ship Gallery. Situated in the eastern wing, this quiet gallery showcases intricate hand-carved scale models of historic naval vessels, trading schooners, and ocean liners dating from the 17th century to the modern era. If you are guiding family groups with young children, direct them to the Interactive Discovery Lab. Located in the southern wing, this dynamic room offers hands-on water basin experiments, knot tying stations, and digital ship navigation simulators. For researchers and history enthusiasts, the Maritime Archive Library on the upper floor contains thousands of original ship logs, historical maps, and rare nautical manuscripts available for public consultation. Finally, located out on the open rear dockland area, sits the historic lightship. This actual decommissioned 1950s light vessel is fully open for self-guided tours, allowing visitors to explore the engine room, crew quarters, and the High Lantern Tower.
This is the end of Section 2. Now you have some time to check your answers. Section 3. You will hear two university postgraduate students, Maya and Dominic, discussing their joint master's thesis project on vertical forest architecture with their academic advisor, Dr. Montgomery. First, you have some time to look at questions 21 to 30.
Good afternoon, Maya Dominic. Please come in and have a seat. Today, we need to review your progress report and research framework for your joint thesis on high-rise vertical forestry and urban biophilia. How is your methodology shaping up?
Good afternoon, Dr. Montgomery. We have finalized our main analytical focus. Our primary objective is examining how integrating living tree facades onto high-rise residential towers reduces urban heat retention and improves localized air quality.
Exactly. Initially, we intended to focus exclusively on calculating building construction costs and structural engineering expenses. However, during our preliminary supervisory review, you rightly suggested that evaluating environmental performance indicators would yield a much more impactful academic dissertation.
I'm glad you took that direction. Now, what technical difficulties have you encountered during your data collection stage?
Our biggest hurdle was gathering empirical data on wind resistance and soil moisture retention at extreme building heights. We initially tried running mathematical simulations using basic architectural CAD software, but the programs kept crashing due to the complex environmental parameters.
Fortunately, Professor Davies from the Environmental Engineering Department granted us access to specialized microclimate modeling software. It automates computational fluid dynamics and successfully calculates wind load stresses on high-rise balcony trees.
Excellent initiative. What about your scheduled interviews with structural engineering firms? Have you managed to arrange those?
That was quite frustrating. We contacted 6 major engineering consultancies, but only one agreed to an interview. Getting access to proprietary structural blueprints was delayed by corporate non-disclosure policies.
But we managed to pivot smoothly. Instead of waiting on corporate approvals, we utilized public municipal building databases, which provided verified structural engineering data for 3 existing vertical forest towers.
Very adaptively handled. Now, what is the official deadline for submitting your complete preliminary draft to the faculty portal?
The final bound dissertation is due in January, but our complete initial draft must be submitted directly to you by November 15th for peer feedback.
Now, let's delegate specific tasks for the upcoming thesis drafting phase, so both of you have clear individual responsibilities and an equal distribution of work.
I would like to take full responsibility for running the microclimate software simulations and generating our thermal spatial maps. I feel very confident using spatial mapping tools.
That makes complete sense, Maya. In that case, I will take charge of drafting the literature review chapter, specifically synthesizing recent journal articles on structural irrigation and soil weight distribution.
Good. What about analyzing the economic cost-benefit comparison regarding long-term building maintenance?
I can handle the economic analysis section. I've already collected maintenance budget reports from 2 international property management firms.
Perfect. That leaves the public perception survey. I will design and administer the online questionnaire evaluating resident satisfaction regarding balcony vegetation.
Excellent division of labor. Finally, who will manage the master reference bibliography and citation formatting?
Dominic and I agreed to review and format the bibliography together during our joint editing session to ensure complete compliance with university citation guidelines.
This was the end of Section 3. Now you have some time to check your answers. You will hear a university lecture on deep-sea bioluminescence technologies, delivered by Professor Eleanor Vance. First, You have some time to look at questions 31 to 40.
Professor Vance. Good morning, students. Today, we delve into marine biotechnology, specifically the biochemical mechanisms of deep-sea bioluminescence and its expanding practical applications in environmental sensing and modern medicine. Bioluminescence, the capacity of living organisms to emit cold light through chemical reactions, is widely distributed across marine ecosystems. In the bathypelagic zone of our oceans, below depths of 1,000 meters where sunlight is completely absent, an estimated 76% of deep-sea organisms possess light-producing capabilities. Unlike terrestrial light sources that generate substantial heat waste, bioluminescent light reactions convert nearly 98% of consumed energy directly into visible light, making it one of the most efficient, energetic processes in the natural world. At the molecular level, bioluminescence requires two fundamental chemical components: a light-emitting substrate called luciferin, and a catalytic enzyme known as luciferase. When luciferase catalyzes the oxidation of luciferin in the presence of oxygen, an electronically excited intermediate molecule is produced, which releases a photon of visible light as it returns to its ground state. In deep ocean environments, organisms utilize bioluminescence for three primary survival functions: defense, predation, and communication. For defense, many species of deep-sea shrimp release clouds of glowing bioluminescent fluid to temporarily blind predators while they escape. For predation, species such as the anglerfish utilize glowing fleshy lures suspended above their jaws to attract unsuspecting prey in total darkness. Beyond ecological study, marine bioluminescence has revolutionized modern biomedical research. The discovery and isolation of green fluorescent protein, or GFP, from the jellyfish Achorea victoria allowed cell biologists to visually track genetic expression and cellular movements in real time. By fusing the GFP gene to target human proteins, cancer researchers can observe how tumor cells proliferate and respond to experimental pharmaceutical drugs under microscopic imaging without harming living tissue cells. Furthermore, environmental scientists are deploying bioluminescent bacterial biosensors to detect aquatic environmental pollution. Certain luminescent bacteria diminish their light emission when exposed to heavy metals, industrial toxins, or agricultural pesticides. By measuring the precise drop in light intensity, environmental technicians can assess water toxicity levels within minutes, providing a rapid, cost-effective alternative to traditional chemical laboratory testing. Looking to the future, genetic engineers are exploring biolighting urban infrastructure proposals. By splicing bioluminescent marine genes into urban plant species, researchers aim to develop self-illuminating trees capable of lighting city footpaths at night, potentially reducing municipal electricity demands for public street lighting.
That concludes Section 4. You now have some time to review your answers.